Do you want your students to be immersed in the material you're teaching and actively expressing their learning? The Jigsaw Method is a teaching strategy that meets these goals while utilizing cooperative learning. The Jigsaw Method has students break into expert groups to become proficient in a chunk of material. Then they share their learning with their home groups. Let's see how this works. To begin with the Jigsaw Method, divide the content you want to cover into 4 to 6 chunks. Then, divide your class into groups of the same number. I broke down that article into 4 chunks, so I'm going to break my class into groups of 4. These groups are your students' home groups. Give each student in your home groups one of the 4 to 6 chunks of information. If your class doesn't evenly split into groups of 4 to 6, have extra students pair up within their home group. Have the students separate to read their chunks. When they finish, have the groups get into their expert groups, which is with every other classmate who studied the same chunk. In the expert groups, students review and discuss the chunk that they read. They prepare one another to be able to share the chunk of information with their respective home groups. Then, they each return to their home groups. Each expert takes a turn sharing their chunk. The home groups have a chance to ask questions and coalesce learning. The teacher then administers a quiz over the material to ensure that everyone learned it. And those are the essential steps of the Jigsaw Method. There are variations of Jigsaw as well. Jigsaw 2, 3, and 4. In Jigsaw 2, students' quiz grades are averaged with their home group. This provides motivation for each student to teach their chunk well. In Jigsaw 3, students have the opportunity for a group review before the quiz. Jigsaw 4 has several additions. The teacher is more involved in this variation. She begins by introducing the information. Also, expert groups take quizzes on their material before sharing with their home groups. After their cooperative learning sessions, students have an opportunity for a reteach session if they need. Jigsaw is a great instructional strategy for students to engage in active and cooperative learning and teaching.